The illusion of the Vatican dream. It's one of the most iconic places on earth. The home of the Pope, the center of the Catholic Church, a treasure trove of priceless art, gold, and history. Millions of people travel across oceans just to spend a few hours inside its walls. From the outside, Vatican City feels like a utopia, a place of peace, power, and divine purpose. But here's the twist. No one actually wants to live there. And for most people, you're not even allowed to. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, just 0.17 square miles. It could fit inside Central Park several times over. And yet, it holds more political and religious influence than countries 1,000 times its size. On paper, it's a nation. But in reality, it's something else entirely. There are no suburbs, no grocery stores, no apartment buildings with families inside, and definitely no open real estate listings on Zillow. Vatican City has a population of just around 700 people, and nearly all of them are there for one reason only: the Church. You don't move to Vatican City to start a business, raise a family, or retire. You move there because you were chosen to serve. Most of the residents are high-ranking clergy, members of the Swiss Guard, or people who hold essential roles in the Church's operations. Even then, most don't live there permanently. And that's because you can't become a citizen by birth. In fact, Vatican citizenship is conditional. If you leave your position in the Church, you lose it. Imagine being born and raised somewhere your entire life. But the moment you quit your job, you're no longer a citizen. That's what living in Vatican City is like. And the homes? You don't own them. There is no private home ownership in Vatican City. Every building is owned by the Holy See. You are simply granted the privilege of residence, and only as long as you serve its purpose. There's no property market. No chance to buy land and build your dream home. No opportunity to settle down and build generational wealth. If you're not a part of the Church, you're not a part of the city. But still, many are fascinated. After all, it's one of the most secretive and mysterious places in the world. People wonder what it's like to wake up in the Vatican, to walk those ancient halls at night, to live in a country that's also a fortress, protected not by walls, but by centuries of tradition. But for ordinary people, it's a fantasy. There are no public schools, no hospitals, no public transport system, and no real economy. You can't open a coffee shop. You can't be a taxi driver. You can't even work a regular job inside Vatican walls, because they don't exist. And here's the ironic part. Despite all the mystique, despite being a sovereign nation, Vatican City relies entirely on Italy to function. Electricity, water, internet, even emergency services, all are provided by Rome. So while the Vatican is a country on paper, it's more like a spiritual headquarters, a place meant for ceremony, not daily life. For centuries, people have looked to the Vatican as a symbol of stability, tradition, and hope. But when you pull back the curtain, you realize something strange. It's not built for people. It's not designed for community. And it was never meant to be lived in. That's why no one wants to live in Vatican City, because they can't, and even if they could, they probably wouldn't. The harsh reality. Behind the walls. From a distance, Vatican City seems untouched by the problems of the modern world. No crime, no poverty, no pollution. A perfect world enclosed by Renaissance walls. But take a closer look, and you'll find that behind the gold ceilings and marble floors lies a reality far more complicated and far less idyllic. The Vatican isn't just a city. It's the headquarters of a massive global organization, one that oversees more than 1 billion followers. But with that power comes controversy, scandal, corruption, and secrecy. The truth is, many who work and live within these walls don't see paradise. They see pressure. Let's start with the workforce. Most people imagine that working for the Church means living a quiet, spiritual life. But inside the Vatican, many jobs come with strict rules, long hours, and intense surveillance. Members of the Swiss Guard, for example, those iconic soldiers in bright uniforms, live under near-military discipline. They must be unmarried, Swiss, male, and Catholic. They take an oath to protect the Pope with their life. And while their quarters may sit inside the most famous religious site on earth,